Hello everybody, welcome back to Control. Picking up where we left off, we hit the end credits of the game. Which obviously were not the end credits.
You're late. Right away. Right away.
Okay, so I guess we'll deliver the mail. I don't know, I just picked up all three of them.
Let me know if you need anything else.
So now we're office worker Jesse.
That'll be all.
Anything for the Bureau.
A lot of, I don't know, she keeps saying stuff or getting responses from desks that don't even have anybody at them. Okay, so obviously the hiss got into her mind.
My pleasure.
And, okay, she is moving. I was like, that woman looks dead, but no, it's just the way she's. Okay, mail delivered.
Do your job.
Of course.
Okay, let's tidy up the coffee cups. And scan the forms, I guess. Look at us being the great office worker that we are. Standing here hitting a button. I don't know why it says scan the forms. It should have said make copies, and this is what clears it. Because, I mean, we're clearly just making copies. So for that one.
Did you hear it? We have a crisis on our hands. Yes, rather serious actually. Hey,
Okay, coffee cups. Good God. Why are there so many in one place?
I'll do my best.
Oh, what is that? That just appeared. Okay, so what? I'm just supposed to. Hey, it's the
he's been waiting
dog.
all day, but no one's staying. Honestly, I hate to hear
Oh, good God. They're all over the place. Alright, well, let's just keep going, I guess. I don't know what else we have to do, so. Also, it still says deliver mail. Like, am I delivering mail to, like, the same people, or is there another section to deliver people to? Turbo mode. Alright, outline. Oh, got another scan the forms. I mean, I'm assuming at some point something here will change. I mean, I saw that one book, like, magically appear in front of me on the desk, but...
No, he's not in.
And they're all back. Alright, so clearly we gotta be doing something else. There we are. What is this?
the nerve of this woman. Who does she think she is?
Deliver the mail to the director's office. Alright. Oh. Right, that's not my sprint button. God, I've been playing a lot more Greedfall, right? And I love the game, but
Are you sure you are not lost? Maybe you can find yourself in the director's office.
But my biggest complaint about it would be the
Just waiting
that
for my
sprint
mail.
is holding A.
Just, please, take the outgoing mail as well. Thank you. Very good.
Because there's a lot of times where you want to sprint and control the camera, which
What
obviously
is happening?
not great with A, B, and sprint.
I don't like this. No, this isn't me. I'm not me. I can't. Why can't I feel you?
Okay, so yeah, the hiss has blocked her off from.
Oh, I've forgotten something. I can't think. Oh, I'm lost.
Okay, so where was that? That's tidy up the
Can't
coffee
feel
cups. Where was the thing?
anything.
Okay, it's over
I
there-ish.
don't want to be alone here.
Mr. Faden, the new director.
Am I? What is this?
Mr. Fate.
I want it
So now
dead.
Dylan is the director?
Wake up, please. I want to go home.
They say he is very
Alright,
smart.
so now we have him as the new director, which obviously we can't be having.
Back on the map.
So I'm assuming I have to do like this set of tasks once at least, because like it obviously just kept repeating last time. So now that that happened, I guess I should check to see. Yeah. Okay. So as long as I do one of them.
Doesn't she know how dangerous the old director is? He's unstable. He'll tear her apart.
This is the director's office. So, that's the
She must be
director's
in.
office. Also got some people who are clearly like shut down or something. So now,
You should
Langston.
keep trying. You are getting closer.
We've been invaded.
I need to go inside. I need to keep.
Okay.
I won't let them win. That's how it happened.
Yeah.
The Hiss got Trench first. He turned on the projector. He let them in. I have to remember the Hiss. The Hiss is the enemy. This is all inside my head. The Hiss
I'm just gonna
burrowing
take the
in.
one
I'm
and
trapped in
deliver
here.
the letters.
They're taking over.
Okay, that's not weird at all.
I'm
Has a
done
fucking
with this.
bag on her head.
What am I doing?
Well, you're delivering stuff. I mean, now are you done with this? As in,
None
I
of
should
this is
just,
real.
or like, I should just head to the director's office now? Maybe. Maybe I don't need to do it again, since she said, "Why am I doing this?"
Welcome back. I knew I chose a good assistant.
No. Okay, so I do have to do at least one first, because I need the thing in order to get the door to open. Which one was Langston? Like, is Langston one that's dead?
Fuck this shit.
Oh, fuck, they're floating too.
I'm not your servant. I need to get to Trench's office.
I
This
did!
is
You.
nonsense. It stops now.
Okay, but. I
I'm
mean,
not
I
doing
went.
this anymore.
Oh, okay. But when. Okay, so maybe I just need to do it. So,
I will.
did I stop like one or
will
two
find a way to
short
push
of that
them
thing
out.
appearing? Well, I hope you will, Jesse.
I need my gun.
You are a worm through time. The thunder saw scorch you.
I know what I must do.
Yellow and red.
Start at the beginning. I should have seen it earlier. This is my mess to clean up. My fight. No one else's. I am the director.
Hello, this is Dr. Casper Darling. I have a classified message for the director of the Federal Bureau of Control. I have sad news. Hedron is gone now, but it was not a source. It was a catalyst. Do you understand? You must go to my office, the Endgame. It will be revealed.
Okay. Well, I still don't have my gun, so that's good, I guess, because that means we won't have... Oh, also I just realized that it's me floating in the air. Okay, Darwin's office. I mean, like, his office, or like an office that's here. No, back to the motel. Okay, do that.
You're gone. Dead. I can't feel you. I can't. This is what Dylan wanted all along. But there's something. I can feel it, but I don't know what. The motel is...
Dynamite. Okay, is he really gonna fucking start singing or something? Alright, well, we're not
It's a
watching
place
that.
of power, of change, a place to pass through, connecting everything.
Oh,
This.
look, it's me. And Polaris.
Grow brighter around one constant. They revolve. Hedron is dead, but you're alive here in me. Maybe Hedron put you in our heads when we met her. Maybe you were always there, and she was just trying to teach me how to trigger you. Maybe I'll never understand. Maybe I don't need to. Trench was the first to be corrupted by the hiss. Slowly, over the years. His need for control only made it worse. It was Trench who took the projector to the nostalgia department. He opened the door to the hiss. Just like that. With Hedron dead, the hiss tried to corrupt me too. But I'm stronger than them. We're stronger. They're waiting.
Wow. Doesn't even need a control point anymore.
They'll try to
Just
stop us.
push it all away and fix it anyway. The hiss is here, interior, transmissions being corrupted, rewired, reddish yellow outer skin. Reddish yellow.
My sister had this dream. A bad dream. And the whole world was dreaming with her.
Dylan?
She convinced herself that she was awake. She's always been stubborn. I knew I had to end her dream. I had to wake her up. I had to rip down the poster she'd been staring at. Cut off her eyelids to make her see.
Well, that's not pleasant.
To save her.
Oh, okay, so I shouldn't touch that then? Okay, but I don't feel like it's nonsense that I can take that much damage before what I'm assuming is a boss fight.
I know he's still there somewhere. Locked inside. I know, because that's how it was for me.
Okay. So now we have to try and save Dylan. Director, prepare for power boost. Redirected feed. Okay, but if I can't touch the crud... Oh, why were they all level 30 though? That's a high level. They're not. Although they did say power boost, so maybe I can one-shot everything else. Well, they did say power boost, and I seem to be doing more damage. Oh yeah, they... Oh, maybe that's why they implemented... Oh, big things don't die in one hit though. But everything else seems to. Which is nice. That they give me a power boost for the end. Does make me slightly worried for how many enemies they're going to be throwing off though. Jukebox token. No, okay. I was just checking there to see if I was still losing bullets. Because I was like, maybe they gave me a power boost for that too. Oh, got him. But now the real question is I'm this strong right now. Are they going to start to like remove that from me, like as I go? Like, are they going to become more and more corrupted? And I'm going to get weaker as I progress? I hope not. Oh. Come on, I saw him running left. I heard stuff that sounded like it was to my right. Okay, now. Do I even have to fight these guys, or am I just supposed to be getting there? I mean, I see that they're giving me a lot of little, like, hidey holes in that, which is nice. Stupid exploding bricks. Give so much credit in the air. Okay, I was gonna say, there's no way I can make that, right? Oh, good lord, that is a rather large area. Come on, I saw something else spawn there. I don't know if it was an explodey guy or just a floaty guy, but... I saw you too, you prick. You know, I have to wonder if they could make this thing, this gun, this powerful to begin with. Why didn't they? I mean, what purpose could they have for keeping their director weaker than they had to? Oh, got him. Oh, good God. Oh, I saw another health bar. It doesn't seem to want to figure out where it comes. Go up quite a bit, don't I? Oh, good lord. him. It's good, because he could have been a pain. Oh, good lord. Oh! Oh, please be ground, thank you. Sure, why not? Boop. I don't get to control very many of you right now because... Nope. Okay, are we good? Oh, I think so. Yeah, there we go, we're building more. Do I care about anything they may have dropped? No, I don't think so. I mean... wonder what they're going to throw at me for an actual boss. Assuming once we get up here, we're going to have a boss, right? Because so far it's just been random crap. And with the boost to my weapon and that, I mean... Alright, Dylan. Let's see if we can pull them out of you.
Dylan's in a coma. I don't know if there's anything of him left in there. If he'll ever find his way back. The portal's been closed, but the hiss is still in the oldest house. And the lockdown can't be lifted as long as any trace of it remains. I'm working on a solution with my management team, but there is still a long road ahead. I'm the director of the Federal Bureau of Control. We're in this together. You and I.
Wait, was that actually the final boss? Like, the final boss was just a series of fights with a overpowered... where you get an overpowered gun? I mean... good God, but we've had actual boss fights in this game. When we went after, like, the objects of power and that. Like, we've had boss fights. But we don't get a boss fight at the end of the game? That seems weird. Well, I guess that's the end of Control, or the main storyline. I imagine once we go back in, and we'll probably do it, and that's what we'll start on next part, I imagine there's going to be, because we still have the Alan Wake DLC, we have the Foundation DLC, which starts after the end of the game. But besides that, I imagine that there's still going to be side quests, because we still haven't really dealt with the thing taking control of the altered items. That kept just knocking us through the floor. I guess that's really the only thing that we haven't really dealt with. Right? Yeah, I think so. So, I mean, there might be some other side quests in that, but it would be very interesting if... and maybe that's what the Foundation DLC is, like you finally kicking the hiss like out of the Bureau. Because I do believe once you finish, because I do believe that the Foundation DLC is supposed to be like the end of the game, right? But yeah, it was a good game. Like I said, it could have used something like, instead of having so many skills that were like increase levitate duration by 10% or increase shield strength by 10%, they could have just made it those ones to just have higher degrees, like bigger percentages off the bat, and take some of those and put it into like less damage from explosive damage, less damage from paranatural attacks, like when they throw the rocks at you or do the slam or something, just to give you a little bit more survivability, because outside of increasing your health, that was more or less, like, you didn't really get anything else, right? Like, all you got for survivability was your health. You got a few little, like, your personal modifications there where you could get more health, heal more from picked up health, but even none of those were like decreased damage taken or anything, right? Now, you could argue that increasing your health would be the same as decreasing the damage taken, but I mean, yeah, like everything took out, like there was quite a few things there where, like, if I hadn't maxed out my health, I feel like I would have been one-shotted or two-shotted. Like, and I feel like the jukebox really demonstrated that perfectly, where it was like I heard them spawn in and then immediately took like 2 rockets into my spine, and it's like, I mean, I was dead. Like, if it was like, if I hadn't turned on invincibility, I would have been dead there. But yeah, it was a good game. I really liked it. I could I definitely see myself going for all the achievements in it, and if the other version, I think I got, has a separate achievement list, I could see myself playing through it as well to get the achievements. But I mean, if I do that, I'm going to turn on invincibility, I'm going to turn on one-hit KO, and I'm just going to blow through the game. I'm not going to worry about picking up all the documents and that. I need 120 or something. So, like, I'll pick up the ones I come across, but obviously I won't be stopping to read them. I won't be stopping to listen to all the hotline stuff in that. And I imagine I can blow through this game rather quickly like that, and get all the achievements in that as well, because it was a really good game. I hope there's going to be more. I do believe that it's set up. Well, I mean, even just from this, because I was going to say, I do believe even at the end of the Foundation DLC, it sets up for there to be a sequel, or to be more things that the Bureau deals with. And I mean, even without that DLC, it would be very easy just from this ending. It's like, oh, Jesse's the director now, and it's like, oh, the Hiss are still in the building, but that just gives you an excuse to run around after the credits. So, I mean, if they did a sequel just based off of the base game, they could just be like, yeah, and then, we dealt with it. Because, I mean, let's face it, with no more Hiss coming in theory, it shouldn't be that hard to deal with what's left, right? But yeah, main complaint is just the amount of damage you take. I mean, I can't really... Yeah, I mean, like, that's the main complaint, is the combat, which I realize is a rather large part of the game, but I mean, it's not so much the combat itself, it's just, like aiming, shooting, whatever, the different guns are all good. Like, all of that is good. My only real complaint about it is that they have certain enemies, like the floaty guys, that throw the rocks at you and do the slam attack, and the rocket launcher guys. They have them as fairly common enemies, and the amount of damage they do is way more than the amount of damage a common enemy should be able to do. Like, the rocket launcher guys, they shouldn't be spawning like 3 or 4 of them at a time, because it's very easy for them to spawn somewhere you don't see, and then you get shot in the back. And like, I don't like the shield, I'm pretty sure you have to be facing them, so like, even like, you could say it's like, oh, but you never used the shield, and the shield would help you with that, or you didn't get the throw grenades in that back, and I don't know that I can catch the missiles that they fire with the throw ability that I picked up, but either way, I don't think that I think the shield ability, at the very least, you have to be facing where the damage is coming from, so I don't think even that would help a rocket in your spine, But yeah, it was a great game. The story is good. It has one of those stories I really like, specifically because it's a contained story within this game. It's not like cliffhangers about, oh, but what about this, but what about that. Like, the concept of the Bureau investigating AWEs and that leads it where, even though this is a contained game, story begins, story ends, it would be very easy to then have the same Bureau and characters in a different game with a different location and everything, right? Excuse me, there is a message. You're the director of Federal Bureau of Control. The crisis is not over. Your work is not done. I do not like my hair. What is that? Untapped potential. Alright, let's see what we got.
My reflection trapped in the darkness of the coffee I nurse. The rain turns the lights of the city into a mosaic on the windows. The day's paper lists all the things wrong in the world. The list grows longer by the day. The difference between the morning and the night? Coffee. Whiskey. No other difference. The alarm goes off at 5 a.m. It feels like I just closed my eyes. It's dark. I sit up on the bed in the gloom. I get up, I shower. The driver waits for me downstairs, takes me to the oldest house. An old man stares at me in the car window. It's raining. It's dark. Late at night, he brings me back here. It's not a home, it's a room where I sleep in, waking up just as tired as I was before going to bed. Endless grind.
Okay. Let's see what the board has to say. The hiss is removed silent from the astral plane. Well, that's good. You have proven, beaten the not you. We tolerate you very much. You are prepared and unprepared, apparently, for what comes next. We will speak again in the future expansion in the DLC. Good work, Victory, Director. That's nice, the board. What else we got? Case files. Containment procedure is redacted. The object is redacted with a vertical tray. I mean, it says slide projector at the top. The object is a projector. Why would you redact it there when the word's up there? The object creates redacted. See Dr. Darling presentation. The only redacted to successfully produce this effect resulted in the capture of redacted. Object has not been successfully bound. The per-utility of this object does not require binding. Discovered when the Bureau responded to redacted. Many of the accompanying redacted were redacted. The entirety of the redacted was transferred to the Bureau for examination to find additional redacted or other altered materials. Alright, well that's a lot of redacted on that one. And then we got the director fame. I'm the director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Alright. So as you can see, A Dark Place is still our current.
Shawshank Redemption. That's the name of the movie I was thinking of earlier. Not important, but that was it.
I have a question. Mainly, when was she thinking that? Search depths. Okay, yeah. Alright. New mission, the Foundation. Talk to the board. Okay, well, first things first. I don't really like this outfit. We also got the office assistant suit. Go back to the asynchronous one because that so far is the best one that we've gotten. Okay, we'll unlock large enemies, throw large objects. I guess I may as well increase my melee damage. Why not? I mean, fuck it, right? Talk to the board. That requires me to go to the hotline chamber. We'll quickly pop into here.
Where are the files on parasitic entities I asked for?
I found a couple of relevant
Variants and alterations. His corruption manifests in vastly different ways. Some hosts remain largely unchanged, while others are barely recognizable as human. What determines this level of alteration? Is it the duration of corruption? It could simply be an evolutionary process, each entity representing a stage of growth in an undiscovered linear progression, leading towards what? Additionally, Hiss entities possess various paranatural abilities. How they have achieved this? Do they gain them from corrupting objects of power? Have they corrupted a single highly talented para-utilitarian and divided their access to paranatural abilities across the network of Hiss corrupted hosts? As a scientist, I am hindered by the sheer number of questions. It's difficult to identify where one should begin. What is the most pertinent question? How do we kill it? That seems like a good start. Bullets seem to work. Just saying.
archives for the rest, but I'm not going
Don't know who this is.
Not with the altered items loose.
Alright. Uh,
Then go see if any ranger squads are available for a file retrieval mission.
let's see.
Jesse, good to see you. We've got Dylan situated in his containment cell like you asked. I've got medical staff running tests as we speak, and I'd be happy to walk you through the details later. Other than that, what's next?
With the slide projector turned off, the hiss are shut out, but we're stuck with the ones already here. We can't lift the lockdown until they're all eradicated. If any hiss ever got out, that would be the end of everything.
Well, eliminating them all will take time. Look, I'll do what I can on my end, but my research is progressing slower than I'd like.
I think I can help with that. I am making you the head of research, effective immediately. I want you to use everything the Bureau has, every resource, every confidential scrap of data, and find a way to keep the hiss out for good.
That's... Really? I mean, yes, I can certainly... Yes! Yes, I accept.
You'll do great. Besides, I didn't really have anyone else lined up.
I'm honored, Jesse, really. Thank you.
I mean, yeah, like you really didn't have anything else. Like there was nobody else that you could have asked to do that.
I've looked through the docs we found in Dimensional Research. That slide projector is extremely powerful. You were right to shut it down.
How do you feel about me taking over as director?
You act like it just happened. You've been director since we first met, remember? I'm still thrilled. Nothing's changed. Not for me. But the Bureau has changed. Trench and Darling are gone. Their knowledge, anything not written down, disappeared with them. They knew the Bureau better than anyone.
They're the Bureau's past, Emily. We won't operate like they did. We'll learn from their mistakes. We'll be better than they ever were.
We won't ever be like them.
When the hiss got into my head, I saw some weird things. I think Darling even spoke to me. Does that make any sense to you?
Empirically, no, but phantom voices as well as hallucinatory states are not uncommon here. And considering the forces that Dr. Darling was working with, he could have been transferred to a different plane of consciousness, physically or otherwise.
And that doesn't upset you?
Oh, very. And the fact that he hid those forces from me, it's infuriating. But Darling's dream was always to look beyond our reality. This time he may have taken a step too far, but as long as his consciousness can perceive his surroundings, I'm sure he's loving it.
Maybe Darling was just trying to protect you from the darker side of his work.
Fuck that. I'm not a child. Like, don't just assume I'm going to consider something morally repugnant.
Which it all was.
Which it all was, of course.
How is Dylan?
The same. I can't detect any his activity, but his physiology has certainly been altered by it. And I can't tell if his brain activity is genuine or simply the aftermath of the hiss, like spasms. Dylan could wake up tomorrow for all I know. I really can't say.
Then I just have to wait for him. That's fair. He waited a long time for me.
Don't worry. We'll be monitoring him round the clock. If he wakes up, we'll be ready. I don't mean that in a hostile way, just... well, you know.
I hear you. My brother isn't exactly popular around here.
I hope one day he'll have the chance to change that.
So, there was a moment after Hedron died that I couldn't feel my powers. The hiss got into my head. Just for a moment.
So that explains the HRA outage. Before we knew what was happening, the hiss had us. They were in my head. I saw terrible things. I mean, I was about to go under forever when the hiss was pushed back. The HRAs had come back on. Dylan vanished afterwards, and we fought off the hiss that came after him. So if Hedron's death knocked out the HRAs, that means there must be a new local source for them to relay, which I'm guessing must be
Me.
you. Hedron is dead, assuming that word even applies to a resonant-based life form. But whatever it awakened in you, the power you call Polaris, is still active. Or at least, that's what my instruments are telling me.
I don't think we're ever gonna understand all of this. And I'm okay with that. I'm just glad you're here with me.
That's good to know. Thanks, Emily. I found Dylan attacking the astral plane and the board. What was he hoping to accomplish?
Huh. Since they arrived, Hiss have been corrupting objects of power, which have an inherent link to the astral plane. Maybe their goal was to access the astral plane and the board itself.
That still doesn't tell us why.
His motives are a difficult thing to work out, but I have been digging through confidential files and noticed a strange gap in knowledge regarding the board. Looks like any data on them has either been deleted or was never gathered in the first place.
Then maybe it's time someone looked into that.
Maybe it is.
All right. So
Well, I've got a bureau
I
to
think we'll
run.
call it there.
See you soon.
We
Yes,
still
ma'am,
have
Director Faden?
Ari to talk to. We'll go see if
Please,
Auntie has
Emily.
anything else to
Where's
say.
It was a joke.
We'll go see. Oh, was Langston the dude at the Panopticon? We'll also go up and check on Dylan. So yeah, we got a bunch of people to talk to. So we'll do that next part. Because I imagine Langston will send us after more altered items that have escaped. Because, like I said, it's weird that we still haven't dealt with that thing that we fought. I can't remember its name. But yeah, it's weird that we still haven't done that. I mean, we don't have any other main missions. I mean, the only thing we have are these two here, the two DLC missions. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But thanks, everybody, for watching. That has been the end of the base game, or at least the end credits of the base game of Control. Like I said, I feel like we still have at least one more quest chain to do, because because it doesn't look like Auntie has anything important because he doesn't have the little red triangle. And outside of, or Art, whatever the hell, Ari is his name? Yeah. So yeah, outside of him, we'll go check the janitor's room, but I doubt that there's anything there either, since we already got the janitor's outfit. And then we'll go talk to Langston over at the Panopticon, and I still don't know where Marshall is, because we haven't talked to her in a while, so I don't even know where to begin looking for her. But yeah, that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next week for more.